Hey guys, welcome back to another feature of my Leave Corporate vlog. As I always say, this is not an instruction manual, this is not a how-to guide, this is just my journey and my journey only. So today I'm out and about again. I'm trying to get some stuff for the brick oven. So I just bought some pizza boxes there. I'm actually wondering if it's the right size, but I guess I'll find out as I go along. It's still taking a while for me to officially open, which is kind of draining all the resources that I have left. So I realize how important it is to just kind of do what you have to do and finish off strong so that you can start. Because right now, not having any brick oven operational is actually costing me money. It's costing me a lot of money. Every day that is not open, it's costing me money. Even though I'm not going to open every day, I'm still expected to make something out of it for the few days that I will be open a week. So the more and more that I delay it, is the more and more I'm kind of setting myself up. So I'm trying to make sure that I get something in. Unfortunately, but fortunately, I am going on a trip. It was planned from before, and everything is paid for from before. So I'll be out for like 3 weeks, so that is kind of complicating matters. But I'm excited about my trip nonetheless. After that trip, I'm going to be completely broke. I know I keep saying I'm broke, but that's even more broke. But it's an exciting time. One of my BFFs is getting married, so I have to make sure I'm there for that. We've known each other for over 20 years, so I can't miss that for the world. So I'm really excited about that. Interestingly, today a friend of mine, she sent me a video to look at. I think the guy's name is Miles Monroe. I believe he was killed in a plane crash, I think so. The focus of that talk that he had with his congregation was about understanding the difference between work, job, understanding the difference between work and a job. And basically he's saying work is what your life's value is centered on, and once you fulfill that, once you find out what your work and life's supposed to be, then you will be on the path to fulfillment and the path to having purpose in your life. And he kind of roped in having your gift and knowing what your gift is. Once you're finding that out, then you could figure out a way to have people to pay you for it, because now you understand what your true value is. And he was saying, don't get confused. The purpose of a job is to just kind of do things from here to now, but it's not something that you're supposed to focus on for your entire life. You're supposed to use your job for what you need it for, and find out what your work's supposed to be in life, which I think is a very valuable thing to understand. It was mainly geared towards men, but I picked what I could from it, because as with everything else, you just kind of, there's some things that are for you and some things that are not for you, and you can just kind of cherry pick it and take what the value you can get out of certain things. And I kind of understand that in a way, because to me, once you are dependent on somebody, once somebody is telling you basically how to live, where to live, how to eat, what to eat, how to dress, and they basically kind of orchestrating your life. And you may not think that your life is being orchestrated, but once you have a job and you're depending on somebody for a paycheck, they are orchestrating your life. Make no mistake, no matter how much you make, but you are dependent month to month or every fortnight to fortnight for a check from the work that you do. The person has control over your life, and they are orchestrating your life, and you're not the conductor for your own life. Some people are fine with that, and then there are people like me who are not fine with that, and they want more. They're looking for more. And I realized I've always been looking for more. Even as a teenager, I was looking for more. I had bought a bunch of beads and twine and clasp and stuff, and I was making like little necklaces and trying to sell that. I mean, that never took off, because honestly I don't think making jewelry is like my passion. But it just goes to say, I've always been looking for more, something else to do. It wasn't just a matter of going to a job and working for somebody else and fulfilling their dream. I've always wanted more than that. And the idea of corporate, it's more than just a fancy building with the open plan office, and like everybody have their little cubicles, and your desk phone, your desk laptop, or your whatever it is. You have your little pictures of your kids and your a plant on the table and that kind of thing. It's more than just that. Corporate is not just dressing up in your outfits and the 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever it is. It's not just that. It's any machine. So it could be public service, private practice. It could be anything. Once there's a machine that is basically orchestrating your life, that you conduct for your life, all that I'm incorporated in. I'm saying that's corporate. And if it is that you want to break free from corporate, please, by all means, figure it out. Figure out a way that you could break free, because I believe that there's more purpose to life than getting profit for a corporation. And there's a lot that had happened in work, especially in the past few months, that even though I wanted to leave for a while, like 3-4 years I wanted to leave, there was a lot that happened within that short space of time that kind of said to me, okay, listen, I cannot stay here anymore. I remember at one point, I had 2 employees reporting to me, and for whatever reason, my boss took them from me without even informing me, and redirected them to other projects. And I was left with this entire workload, and it just kept piling up. And I remember one day looking at my laptop and just looking at it, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't function. Like, my mind completely shut off. And sitting there looking at that, realizing that I just couldn't go on, I said to myself, I don't think I'm gonna last this year. It was a little earlier this year. It was probably like around February, March. I'm like, I'm not gonna last, and I don't even want to last, because you're keeping me with this same workload. And actually the workload had been increasing consistently with no staff, expecting things to be done, and I just shut off completely. And it's only so much you could give. There's only so much that you could provide with having. It's just you're not a machine, you're a human being. Human beings need to be able to recharge, to shut off, to get back in the groove. You can't expect somebody to just sit there and work like a machine hours upon hours and expect the output to be good. And if that's what you're expecting, then you're really kind of setting it up that the person after a while is going to do something unscrupulous just in order to get the numbers. Because there's no way that you could sit down, piling up workload on somebody, not giving them the resources, and expect the output to be good. There is no way. I mean, it's just common sense. And as the organizations are moving towards that, just okay, all we want is profit, and just focusing on their shareholders and forgetting their stakeholders, you're seeing a lot more of people in their 30s getting massive stroke or a heart attack, or you're seeing more and more of these things because it's very stressful. The environment is extremely stressful and toxic. And I don't know if you guys remember, like when in school, like in the early 2000s, they that the different revolutions. We were talking about different revolutions: the agricultural revolution, the industrial revolution. And I remember specifically that they kept saying we are moving towards this post-industrial revolution. And for some reason, that kind of stymied a little bit. We're not really at that post-industrial revolution. I don't know if the dot-com era was supposed to be that. In some cases, some people have been able to do it, like Uber and Airbnb and companies of that nature. But generally, I think we're still kind of stuck. We're kind of straddling the fence of still being in the Industrial Revolution. And I think we are way past due for the new era to take root. And I don't know exactly what stopped it. I don't know if there was a machine behind it to stop that, to keep things the way they are, the status quo. But I know that we are not where we're supposed to be. And eventually, things are going to come to a head. Things are going to come to where they have to be, because that's just the natural flow of things. At least I believe so, the natural order of things. And you can't really stop that. You could try to stop it for a while, delay it for a while, but eventually things are going to flow the way they're supposed to go. So I mean, even though, you know, this is a very tough time, I really have to try to figure it out. And I'm still kind of figuring it out as I go along. You know, I'm trying to do different things here and there. I know that this was the right move for me to make, because more and more when you speak to people back at work, you could tell that they're not happy, and I know I wasn't happy, and I know I was taking an opportunity away from somebody who actually wants to be there. I did not want to be there, and it's just time for me to figure it out on my own. And I urge other people to kind of just sit down and think, because sometimes you're in something so much that you don't see outside of it, and you're not even looking to see what else there is. You're missing opportunities that could be there for you because you're so focusing on your job, this, that. You're just running, and you're not really sitting down to think. It's very important a lot of times to sit very silently, sometimes meditate. And when you do that, you know, things come to you that otherwise wouldn't come to you when you're busy. So I urge people to do that and really figure it out, and try to see if you could figure out what your work in life is, as Miles Monroe had said. Figure out what your work in life is, and try to tap into your gift. And move towards that. I still don't really know what my gifts are, honestly. I'm not Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not any of those people to say like they're like computer geniuses and just figured out some program and that kind of thing. I'm not any of that. So I've had to try different things. I know I'm good at writing, so that's one of the other things I'm doing. You know, I have a book published, a kid's book, my first book published, but not the first thing I've written. I actually published it via Amazon. And even that, I realized that I don't want to do it that way again. I don't mind selling through Amazon, but to publish through Amazon, I don't think I would do it like that again. So I actually bought my own ISBNs. I bought it locally here in Trinidad. They're actually very expensive, but they weren't that expensive here. So I bought like a group of about 10 of them. So I'm hoping that, you know, I could use that and distribute my own books in a different way. Sell through Amazon, yes, but not publish through Amazon, because honestly, when you publish through Amazon, and as I figured out afterwards, they make a lot of money out of you, boy. They make a lot of money out of you, and you make very, very, very little. But you know, I actually also got my first check from Amazon, which is pretty good. I haven't cashed it yet. I don't know why. You know, somebody had told me when you make the first sale on something that you're not supposed to cash it, but then my sister was like, that's crazy talk. Cash that. So I probably will cash it soon. I just haven't done that yet. Yeah, so you know, I thought that it'd be a good idea to share that understanding what your life purpose is, because one thing you don't want to do is to reach, you know, retirement age and have a whole set of regret. I think as long as you're alive, there's always time. I mean, it might be limited in how much you could do, but there's always time to do something. But you don't want to reach a point where you just kind of look back and said, I wish I had done such and such. And that's what I didn't want for myself. I wanted to say, okay, I took this opportunity, I took it now, and this is what happened. Even if it doesn't succeed, but you know, by God, it will succeed, because I ain't going back. At least I did, you know, at least I bet on myself and I took that chance. And I think that, you know, it's very important that we all try to figure it out, try to really sit down in a quiet place and understand who we are and see what we could do and fulfill our life's purpose. So until next time, I'll have more information for you of different things that I'm doing, and I hope very soon I will start my brick oven and have delicious pizzas. So until next time, bye.